Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. If you are catching this video live, I have some interesting things that I want to talk about today. And a lot of the things that you'll find me talking about each week are going to kind of compound on some of the things that I've already talked about. So if you haven't caught some of the videos that I've done previously, I highly recommend go back through the files, whether you're watching this on the Conscious Leadership Network or if you're catching me on High Vibe Connection. Either way, go back and watch some of the previous videos that I've done because they all kind of tie together and will flow in pieces to build upon each other for deeper expansion, if you will. If you are just catching me now and you have no idea who I am, my name is Mallory. I am with High Vibe Connection. That is my business. I am a single mom of two beautiful babies, and I absolutely love what I do. I am all about impact, and I am trained in a multitude of different modalities. I practice within those modalities, and I love to teach and facilitate within those modalities as well, because for me, being able to create that next level impact and help somebody heal and expand through their own lives and take that information and give it to somebody else just makes expansion that much more beautiful. So tonight, I am going to be talking a little bit about some specific energy fields. And if you're catching me live and you have questions, or if there's anything you want to share about, please feel free, put it in the comments and we can address that kind of information. If you're catching the replay, let me know that it is catching the replay. And that way, if you do have questions, I can circle back through the comments. I highly recommend, if you are loving this content, give me a like. I would appreciate that first and foremost. And if you can go and subscribe to both my page, High Vibe Connection, as well as the Conscious Leadership Network. If you're not familiar with how YouTube works, I can't actually have a monetizing channel until I hit 1,000 subscribers. So every single subscription really helps. And if you share out this content and value, you're not only impacting yourself and my life, you're also impacting anybody else who watches this material. So as far as energy fields go, in case you're not familiar, we all are comprised of energy. Every single living, existing being is comprised of the same type of energy, except varied, if you will. And so when we work within our energy and we're utilizing our energy to heal ourselves or flow through alignment through our life's existence, there are different things that we have to be mindful of when it comes to our energy, because energy is so fluid and therefore it can go from these really low points to high points or vice versa. So when we talk about energy as a whole, a lot of people reference energy in the form of vibrations, because any being, any life force, any thought, feeling, physical gesture, anything like that, they all have a specific vibration that radiates out and kind of directs the style of energy, if that makes sense. Where universe is neutral. Universe essentially provides you with this basis, this field, and it doesn't make anything good or bad. There's no such thing as good or bad within universal terms. We put that into perspective. We are the ones who assign what we call like good or bad values. And what I wanted to talk about today, specifically within energy, is that moving from higher and lower vibrations. Because right now, a lot of us, especially with everything that's happened in 2020, moving into 2021, there are a lot of us who have a lot of really high energy and are moving within these higher states of vibration. And then there are some of us who are still feeling in that lower state. And that's entirely okay. And I want you to know that just because you're feeling these lower vibrations doesn't necessarily mean that you're bad or your energy's bad or there's something wrong. It just simply means that you're within this lower vibration, and there are ways that you can move and grow and expand into these higher states. And so, with energy, the bottom of the barrel basically is powerlessness. You can't get any lower of a vibration than actually feeling powerless. On the flip side, the highest possible vibration that you could feel would be freedom. Utter freedom to do as you will, as you please, for your highest good, for all that are involved. That being said, you can imagine the fluidity of your energy between those two perspectives. And so I wanted to teach you guys specifically around two different aspects of energy. One being the emotional energy state, and the next being your cognitive energy state. And so within the emotional energy state, these are all going to be vibrations that are formed and created specifically around your emotions. So if you're feeling fearful, that, for example, would be a lower vibration. If you're feeling bored, that, for example, would be what we would call a more neutral vibration. And so, if you can think of it on a perspective of like a spiral, right? Having the lowest being your powerlessness and your highest being your freedom, there's this spiral of all of these different emotions within this container, essentially, of vibrations, boredom being within the middle. And so it's very helpful to be aware of this, because then you can look at the specific feeling that you're having, that specific emotion, and you can find where you're at within the scope of your actual energy. And then you can choose to do something about it so that you can move up within the scale. And you can move up really easily by identifying, okay, what is the next step out of this? It doesn't have to go from, fearful, which would be a lower one, all the way up to joyous. It can be simple, small steps like fearful into maybe frustrated, right? That would be a slightly lesser feeling that has a slightly higher vibration than what fearful would be. And so by becoming more in tune with our energetic being and our emotions as a whole, we're actually able to shift into these states that we're trying to achieve. Because bottom line, we attract what we are vibrationally aligned to. We can't actually create or co-create anything outside of what we're vibrationally creating for ourselves. And that's why this is so important. And so when I was talking about cognitive energy, so if emotional energy is all about your emotions, your cognitive energy is going to be all about the vibration of thought. And the two interchange really easily, because your thoughts can propel your emotions, and vice versa. Your emotions can propel your thoughts. And so the two of them together, if you choose to become mindful, will allow guidance of direction for where you're wanting to go. And so what you can do is, if you're feeling a specific emotion that is on the lower vibration scale, you can tap into your cognitive energy and utilize the power of the vibrational thought into thinking yourself into that higher state. And as simple as that sounds, it's true. And that's why there are so many people who say, focus on the law of attraction, or follow affirmations. Practice what you preach until you believe it, until you feel it, until it becomes a natural embodiment. And vice versa, if you're struggling from the perspective of your thoughts, and your thoughts are what's driving down the spiral, go out and do something physical that creates that emotional energy of positivity so that it can help flip your thoughts. That's how these two intertwine really easily. And that's how it's super simple to create really fast change within your life. And I know you've seen those people out there who almost seemingly overnight completely change their demeanor. They go from completely powerless and completely embodied in stress and anxiety and engulfed in pain and trauma and these difficult things that they're experiencing, and it's almost like a flip of a light switch where they are now becoming a completely different person. And literally all it is that switch from a lower state into a higher state. So I want you to think about some different feelings as well as some different thoughts that have been coming up to you that you might have been struggling with, especially with everything that's been going on with the world, and put them in the comments, because I will help you to switch that emotion and pair it with a thought, or vice versa, switch that thought and pair it with an emotion so that you're quickly able to shift out of that state and move up the spiral so that you can grow and expand into this higher vibration and literally raise yourself into the highest self that you can be. Because when we all raise ourselves into our highest selves, this is where beautiful aspects of creation happen. This is where love and fulfillment and joy and peace and comfort and security happen. This is where we become so full within our cups that our cups runneth over, and we're therefore able to support and guide and encourage and expand other people. And through our own expansion and through our own love and embrace and support and healing, we're able to share that with other people who drastically need that and grow as humankind. That's how we can change the world. That's how we can go from the impact of one individual into something massive that creates long term, life lasting changes and power. And so, again, I want you to share some of that information in the comments below. I love to check in with people who are watching the video, and I would love to help you guys shift into higher states. If you have any questions around anything that I had talked about today, let me know. If there's anything that you want to see me cover in the future as well, please feel free, put it in the comments and let me know. I would love to hear that feedback, and I would love to show up and provide you guys with more tools that you can utilize through 2021 and beyond to step into your highest selves and become that fulfilled, happy, joyous, beautiful, powerful individual that you're meant to be. And stay within that space and not be fearful of, okay, well, what if this happens? Or what if that happens? I want you to have all of the tools that you need to be able to fulfill your life and be happy and enjoy it and be able to stand strong regardless of whatever comes. So again, please like, subscribe, turn on your notifications. I come on this time every single Thursday. I will be doing more on my own personal YouTube page as well, High Vibe Connection, and you can catch me on my personal pages as well. I put that information in the description. If there is anything else that I can help with, again, put it in the comments. I am here for you, and I want to see your growth and expansion. 2021 does not have to be as difficult as 2020. It doesn't have to be. And I know everybody is like, woohoo, a new year, and it can kind of be silly seeming in a sense of like, okay, well, we still have all these problems within our world. We still have COVID. We still have, the switches that are happening with our presidents within the United States. We can still have all of these different things that are occurring and going on. And that's okay. It's up to you to decide what you're going to do with your life, regardless of what's going on around you, so that you can prepare yourself for anything that could possibly come, so that you can still feel fulfilled, happy, joyous, supported, and loved throughout your lifetime. If you caught me live, I just want to say thank you to you for tuning in live. I appreciate it. I see you, Coach X. I love that you came in and said hi. Thank you so much for your support. I can't wait to catch you tomorrow. And again, if there's anything at all that I could help with, that's what I'm here for. I am all about creating impact. I'm all about educating and supporting. And if there's anything that I can do to help facilitate any of that, please let me know. I want to support you and I want to be here for you.